Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes, Bindu.
Okay, good. So first of all, before I come to microgreens, let me tell you why did I choose this topic. Gardening has been really, passion over last 10, 12 years for me. I've been into gardening since, though I had the liking for gardening since I was in my childhood days, but then I really started gardening by around 10 years back. So I started with very easy way of growing methi or palak, the very small greens. That's how I got started. And at my mother's place, we have around 80 to 100 pots. At one point of time, I was even growing radish and beans and the carrots and all that. So greens are always the plants especially are always very dear to my heart. So when I encountered microgreens, it was in the year 2015. So it was exactly 6 years back while I was working in Kuala Lumpur. So there was a high-end hotel, and we had been to this hotel where I was asked by my friends to taste this laksa. Laksa is a Malaysian soup, and it's a very wonderful soup. And above that, they have the toppings, the different toppings they put, and like how the coriander leaves and all that. So they had put these microgreens. These are not sprouts. These are not just the leaves. It had the stem also. That's where like I really was surprised to understand what exactly are these. So let's understand. I realized that it's not green leaves. So microgreens are the young vegetable greens that fall somewhere between sprouts and the baby leaf vegetables. They have intense aromatic flavor and concentrated nutrient content. And it comes in various colors and structure. That's a small definition of microgreens. I'll be discussing more on it. Meanwhile, let me call upon the general evaluator for today. As we all know that our Toastmasters meeting we have around three sections. The first section is prepared speeches, where the speakers prepare their speeches and then come and deliver. The second time is table talk, where you are given a topic and you would have to speak on the spot. And the third is the evaluation. So throughout how we have been doing, how the speakers have been doing, the evaluation happens on that ground. And we have general evaluator who would be overseeing the whole meeting. Our general evaluator along with his team will be evaluating our meeting. So let me welcome the general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Shiva Arul, who is acting as a general evaluator for today, a very friendly and calm person and who loves vegetables. So let's hear more from Toastmaster Shivarul. Please, Shivarul, the stage is over to you.
Shivaral, you're on mute. Let's just give us 30 seconds time. Just Hi Shivaral, are you there with us here? Okay. Hi Shivaral. Yeah, request you to unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the field, and they are also saying that
Yeah,
there
one
is
second.
enumeration called as D underscore.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Over to you as a general evaluator, Shivaral.
Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear guest. All of you, welcome to evaluation sessions. So, what is the evaluation? It is a feedback sessions. If anything, we need feedback. For example, our mother used to cook daily. She would ask whether the food is tasty or not. She generally asks whether food tasty and something what improvement like that. Our father generally told this thing is not good, this thing should need to improve. So like that. So our one of guy will tell It's really fantastic, very nice. So that will help her to do a good thing the next time in better way, and some other improvement she can do for the whatever she to prepare. So that's what the feedback is helping to change our mindset and change our things which need improvement in our regular life. Generally, here the speech. So the evaluation session generally give the feedback about their speech and their communication and how they're performing and all. So this really help to everyone to do better thing in future and get appreciation what you do right now. So to help me, there are the 3 members in our team to assist my evaluation. It's called tag team, T for timer and A for accounter, G for grammarian. I would call a timer. Privil, can you please introduce your roles and responsibilities of today's meeting? Over to you.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Shivarul. Microgreens, as the theme it all says, we are going to mix this with the flavor of a stitch in time saves 9. How do you think so? If we are going to be within the time limit when we are speaking, then I am going to flash the green card. That means you're doing good, right? And then after which, if I flash the yellow card, it means you will have to start, wrapping up your speech. And once the red card is flashed, you have to conclude your speech. For prepared speeches, I will be flashing green card at the end of 5 minutes. That is, the speech will be for 5 to 7 minutes. Green card will be flashed at the end of 5th minute, yellow card at the end of 6th minute, and red card after the end of the 7th minute. Post which a 30 seconds of buffer time will be there for the speaker to wrap up his speech. For table topics, which we also call as the impromptu public speaking section or a pick and speak section, the speaker is expected to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. After 1 minute, I am going to flash the green card. After the 1.5 minute, I'm going to flash the yellow card. And after the end of the 2nd minute, I'm going to flash the red card. Here as well, there will be a 30 seconds buffer time. For evaluations, the same rule applies. The evaluation is for 2 to 3 minutes. At the end of the 1st minute, I'm going to flash green card. 2nd minute, I'm going to flash the yellow. And at the end of the 3rd minute, I'm going to flash the red card. I'm going to make a note of all the timings which our speakers have taken today. And I'm going to submit the report to the general evaluator. Back to you, Toastmaster Shivaru.
Thank you, Priyul, for your detailed information about your roles and responsibility. I would call the accountant of the today, Toastmaster Soundanya. Over to.
Thank you,
Can you
Shiva.
please introduce your roles and responsibility of the today's meeting?
Yes. Thank you, Shiva. Good evening, everyone. My role as an accountant is to count R's, ums, and repetitive words that are collectively called as CRPF, which stands for crutch, repetitive, pause, and filler words. And let me tell you a story. So my friend Bunny, he loves coriander to eat. So on his way, he found a field of coriander. And then what happened was there was also a bank of a river. So he could not cross. He could not get to his field there to eat the coriander, to enjoy the coriander. So to his surprise, finally he found a bridge. Then using that bridge, he went across and then he enjoyed the coriander field. Now in my accountant role, I'll be helping you to become a perfect articulator in order to minimize your CRPF words. And I'll be sharing this report at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Shiva. Thank you.
Thanks, Soundarya, for your detailed introduction about your roles and responsibility. Next, I would call grammarian Pavitra to introduce her roles and responsibility of today's meeting. Over to you, Pavitra, Toastmaster Pavitra. Is there?
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers listening to their speeches. And it's also my responsibility to note down any misusages of the English language and any outstanding usages of words, quotes, and sayings. And it's also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day and idiom of the day. So today the word of the day is loquacious, which means talkative. Usage of the word is John had become almost as loquacious as Joe. Idiom of the day, right as rain. Someone or something is perfect or absolutely right. Usage, the project would be right as rain if you could just got the servers to stay online. I encourage everyone to use the word of the day or idiom of the day. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thanks, Pavitra, for your introduction about your roles and responsibility. Yeah, these are about our team, and we are going to evaluate your speech and your communication, how the meeting proceed, and all those things. When the Toastmaster call us, we'll come and present our report. Over to Toastmaster of the day, and good luck to all those speakers. Hello.
Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Shivarun, for that wonderful introduction about your role as well as your tag team role. Thank you very much. So, moving on, let's move further with respect to the world of microgreens. So, we were discussing about what microgreens are all about. So, let me start sharing my screen again. Let me know if you're able to see.
Yes.
Okay, how it is different from the regular greens or the sprouts? So we have mentioned like microgreens falls somewhere between the sprouts and the regular greens. How it is different? Anyone want to share? Let's have this as a discussion session, so it'd be more interesting, and also it would be more of interactive as well. So I would like to hear from you. Any vague ideas or thoughts? Okay, and silly answers also. Okay, please.
I would like
let's
to try
share.
with you.
Yes, Vinay.
Sprouts is a just just small came out of the seed or any nut. When regular green things we will call, when 7 to 10 days we used to call that.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Vinay. So when we remember, like when our mother, used to make sprouts, right? Like what happens here is they will just soak in the water, and maybe they later, after one day, they will tie it in some cloth, and or probably in a airtight container, and we see that some roots are coming out, right? So that is the sprouts. Now that sprout doesn't require sunlight. Okay, so that's a major difference. And when it comes to the regular grains, consider methi leaves or palak leaves or mustard leaves. So it takes anywhere between, when we put it in the soil, it takes any time between 30 to 45 days to completely mature. So there is significant amount of time for the green leaves to get matured when, or the time like when we harvest those greens. So those are regular greens. Or if you want to consider any other vegetables, it may take any time between 2 to 3 months to get the fruit from the vegetables. So the regular greens and the vegetables are different from microgreens, as well as the microgreens are very different from the sprouts. So let's understand like how does a microgreen look. So this is what the microgreen is. Okay, it has a stem. So now you see the root, what we say, what we see in the sprout, right? That is actually the central stem. It grows at the central stem. Now we grow microgreens on the soil or on the cocoa pit, which I'll show it later. But this is how the structure of the microgreen would look like. Central stem, and the first leaves would be these cotyledons leaves, and then the young true leaves. So this particular, the whole structure, it is loaded with nutrients. And after that, we harvest. Okay, so we harvest and we directly use it for our it will be very edible and very nutritious. We'll discuss it later, but this is how the structure of microgreen would look like. These are very tiny small plants. Remember, we keep it either in a soil or coco peat, and we actually keep that in the sunlight. Okay, so that's the difference between the sprouts. So sprouts, it actually happens inside the house in the damp condition. Okay, and but sometimes it also gives the opportunity for the bacteria to grow. However, in the microgreen it's not that case. And next and more than the sprout, these are very nutritious. We'll discuss further, so let's move on. I'll stop sharing the screen now. So the first interesting part of our section when it comes to the speeches is the prepared speeches. So today we have two wonderful speakers who would be giving their speeches. And the first speaker for today is Toastmaster Ankita, who is, before I introduce about Toastmaster Ankita, she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Privil. The first speaker, that is Toastmaster Ankita, will be attempting her project 2 from level 2. So I would request the evaluator for today, Toastmaster Privil. So we all know Privil, who is very friendly, lovely person who loves to live life to the fullest. And when I asked him, what do you say about the microgreens? And he said, like, his ducks love microgreens. How wonderful. We would like to see the photos, Privil, sometime. Over to you, Privil. Please share the objectives of the today's project for Ankita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bindu. Toastmaster Ankita is going to attempt her understanding your communication style. It's project 2, level 2 from Pathways, Path Dynamic Leadership. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his or her primary style. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share the impact of his or her style on others. So the time for this speech is 5 to 7 minutes. I'm wishing Toastmaster Ankita all the very best. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Bindu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pravin. So my dear friends, so we have our speaker for today. The first speaker, Toastmaster Ankita Modak. So she is from Oramantri, if I'm right, Oramantri Toastmasters Club, and she's a singer, a national level archer. Wow, that's wonderful to know that. Yeah, kudos to you. She believes in be different to make a difference. So wonderful. She loves movies and also series. We love to understand what are the kind of series she would like. She's a professional CMA and currently working in Oracle. She is from Mangalore, and I'm from Shimoga, so it's a neighboring state. And what I really love to know about Ankita is she loves tumbling, and that's my favorite too, which is done by microgreens. So we are all set to hear Toastmaster Ankita, who's delivering her project 2 from level 2. The title is A Budding Recounter, a budding recounter Toastmaster Ankita. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster T.A. Modi. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, I hope you're feeling me as well. You're audible. Yes, and
okay. Timer, please start the timing now.
Yeah.
It was a bright, shiny day, especially for this little girl who was so enthusiastic to go to school that day as she was returning after a huge break due to an illness. The school looked huge. The passages were endless. She finally entered the class, LKG C section. The classes soon ended, but none of her friends really were willing to come out of the class as she was surrounded with them, their curious eyes and minds filled with questions. Where were you for so long? Our little girl had so many stories to tell, but she was interrupted by her yelling teacher from the door. Your mother is here. Well, it was not the teacher's fault really, because she had politely called her twice already. No response came from her. Again, even after yelling, there was no response. So the teacher was forced to drag her towards the door and handheld her to the mother. Within a month, her parents were again called to the school for a complaint called, "Your daughter is very talkative." Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Ankita Modak, the same talkative girl who still receives the same complaint from around her. Once my manager turned around with that steezy gaze, "Don't you have work?" Fortunately, all my deadlines were met. In fact, in my college, when the parents were addressed by the HOD, he came to my parents and told, guess what he told? "Your daughter is very talkative." like what? Loquacious, if I may say. As a communicator, I like storytelling, a recounter. Acting and motivating others is one of my hobbies. If I were put in a room with strangers, I would be one of the first people to get out and introduce myself. "How do you do it?" my friends ask. I just laugh and say, just don't care if people judge you at the end. What matters is that you have lived your life the fullest without any regrets. I am truly an observer. I remember little details of what happens around me, and it helps me while telling the listeners how my day was. Also, I studied in a residential school, so I have lots of anecdotes to pick up from my crazy hostel days. Movies and series also inspire my personality and communication. From Geet's मैं अपनी favorite हूँ. It's called I Am My Favorite from this movie called Jab We Met. To drawing reactions from my favorite characters like Monica's "I know" or Joey's "How you doing?" or Ross's sad "Hi" from my favorite show called Friends. When I want to learn how to be dramatic, I just watch Indian soap. That's the easiest. Just go and click on a TV show. It says Rashi thi. कुकर में से चने निकाल दिए और खाली कुकर गैस पर चढ़ा दिया. Well, if you want the reference, just Google Rashi thi, you'll get a bunch of them. You might have already guessed it already that my friends really call me a drama queen, but I'm not very satisfied with the tag, because when my relatives come home, I seal my mouth like an introvert, sit in a corner like I just want to be with myself. Really, in contrary with what my teachers have told my parents, my relatives tell, you know what they tell? Your daughter is very silent. Yeah, you should do something about it. So it's really controversy in my house. With the same curiosity as to know what I really want, I took the questionnaire in Toastmasters to understand what my communication style was. Please put in the chat below, what do you think are the different communication styles recognized by Toastmasters? Anybody? Okay, descriptive. I get an answer. All right, moving ahead, there are 4 types of communication styles recognized. 1, initiative, supportive, analytical, and direct. I discovered that I am an initiative communicator. This style is social, enthusiastic, energetic, spontaneous, and also fun-loving. The impact on this is that all my friends like to hang out with me because I'm like funny, fun-loving person. But then I also feel like it takes a lot of hard work to be taken very seriously, when it comes to recognizing my work, which I should probably work upon. Like I told in the starting, my manager gazed at me as if I had not done my work. But if you actually see, I'd already finished my work and I decided to take a chill pill and start chilling around and telling stories to others. But no, I was not taken seriously. So I think that's one of the disadvantages, and which we should probably work upon. However, I would like to say that Toastmasters had told me that I'm an initiative communicator. It also gave me a few points that I am a direct communicator as well. Well, I do agree upon it. And it told me that I am an initiative. Yes, I do believe that there is supportiveness as to giving people. See, if somebody comes and tells me some ideas, I have to support them back. So this is one of the ideologies, wherein if I am a initiator, I give ideas to people and emotionally connect with them. So these are some things which I felt, yeah, it might be possible. I might not be the only initiative communicator that Toastmasters is telling me. So I would like to agree to disagree with the Toastmasters questionnaire, because I believe that I am a complete recipe called initiative communicator when it comes to the wrong. I'm not an initiative communicator when it comes to the wrong crowd. So I am an ambivert. This recipe here is well nourished directness, sorted with a bowl full of initiative, a pinch of supportiveness, and a garnish analytical skills is served this adorable dish called Ankita Modak. Thank you so much. Over to you, to Yamodi.
Wow, that was an amazing speech. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ankita. Can we upload for Toastmaster Ankita? What a wonderful speech it was.
Beautiful.
Now, if you have to understand, like, how to use the, the adjectives, or, actually in the old communication manual, we had this um, um, triads and similes and metaphors and all it in this level 4, in the speech 4. So I could see all that in Ankita's speech. And definitely, Ankita, you're a great artist, and and that's a good thing about seeing the serials. I could understand that. Good. Thank you so much, Ankita, again. So moving on, before I speak about microgreens, our next speaker is actually waiting for us to deliver one more great speech. So let's go ahead with the speech first. So the next speaker for today is Toastmaster Vinay, who is attempting his project 3 from level 2. So before I introduce him to you, so let me call upon the evaluator for today. The evaluator for today is Toastmaster Srivastava. So he is from Sahyadri. He's a third year student in Sahyadri, and some good thing about him is he loves gardening as well, and he loves to pet animals. He loves to play volleyball, but like all of us, he may not have much time to do that. So when I asked him, like, tell me something about microgreens, what do you love about microgreens? And he said, like, I'm from Mangalore and we have a lot of greens, and we have good dishes made by the vegetables and the greens. So that's what his idea about, his thoughts about microgreens. So let's hear from Toastmaster Srivastava on the objectives of today's speech by Toastmaster Vinay. Toastmaster Srivastava, the virtual stage is over to you.
Good evening, Toastmaster. This is Srivastava from Sayadri, and today I'll be evaluating Sai Vinay. So he's attempting project 3 from level 2, that is Introduction to Toastmaster Mentoring. The title of his speech is Guiding Stars. Purpose of the project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring. Then the purpose of his speech is for the member to share some of the aspect of previous experience as a protege and make the speech more loquacious. The timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Sai Vinay. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srivastava. So dear friends, so we have our second speaker of today, who is very silent and who loves to stay in comfort zone. But you give a option, you give some task to him, he will do so impeccably. He's so good at work, and we all love him for who he is. So he's none other than Toastmaster Sai Vinay, and he's attempting his project 3 from level 2. Guiding stars, Toastmaster Vinay, guiding stars, over to you.
One of the great value of mentor is ability to see what others cannot see and help them to navigate course to the destination. Even a powerful racket requires an integrated navigation system to reach a destination. My dear Toastmaster and guests, today I'm gonna tell about my guiding stars in my life who helped me in navigating through my journey. When I'm 6 years old, my family moved from village to Tirupati town. I just joined in an English medium, very, very like what you can, very, very strict school. After a few days of joining, my mom met my teacher. The conversation went like this. My mom asked how my son is studying. Madam, he's not able to understand anything. He's not responding to anything. He's just sitting silent. We don't know how to teach him. Mom said, he didn't study LKG. He didn't study UKG. He just went to my home local government school for 1 year. They didn't thought well. Then we have to send him to tuition, or else we have to demote him to make study again the kindergarten, LKG, UKG. No. If you make the thing, he will lose 2 years, and it will again it is a loss of time waste for him. I will try to keep some tuition and make him improve. My parents tried me to give in tuition. The tuition master said the same. It's no use to keep in first class, keep in kindergarten, let him study LKG, UKG and all. As every mother does, my mom did the same thing. She studied only 7th class, that too in government school, but she took initiative to not to keep in LKG. She just made herself as a teacher. She taught me. She used to spend nearly 4 hours to 5 hours only with me in teaching till 4th class. When I got in the course of time, I got a lot of good marks. I became the top 5 in the class. Then they started sending me to school. It happens, right? Mother is always the first mentor, used to help us a lot of time. It also happened to me. When I'm studying in 10th class, before the 20 days of exams, I just broke my left hand. How many of you have experienced the hair bandage? How many of you have hair bandage experience? I have. Entire world is ready to judge based on the 10th class exams. Entire world is ready to give a lot of lectures based on the 10th class exams. The time comes to me also. Enter my classmates are studying in school study hours. I'm left in home. I'm completely hopeless. In first Telugu exam, I wrote not well. I know it's gonna be disaster. Then second exam, I just felt with a different experience. See, when you're in bandages, you feel a lot of itching, and you cannot sleep, and you cannot study, you cannot enjoy also, you cannot concentrate on anything. Then what my mom did is she just sat with me. A non-tail book she studied twice and make me to understand. She just supported me. In next exams, all exams, 11 exams, she sat next to me and she used to guide me which question I have to study, and used to guide me with a lot of techniques. And she got, finally, you know what happened? I got 84% in 10th class examination. Even no one believed. I also not believed, but I did. It's a funny incident happened after results. I just played outside and just came to my home. This is 2G time. In land phone, my uncle said that I got 84%. I came inside my home, and my mom said, "You got 84%." She's happy. I just like silently went to bedroom. I just slept. My mom asked me. I told them to have food. at 1:30 to have food. I said at 2 o'clock, I'm not hungry. My mom, guess what my mom said? My mom came near to me. Don't do overaction. 84% is too much to you. Come and have food. Because you know how much I studied. These are the two, this second toughest time. The mother stood next to me. You may think, why, as a mentor, why this guy is saying too much about mother? Because I don't mingle with much with people. Everyone knows in my family that I used to rotate like how Earth rotates around the sun. I used to rotate around my mom. I used to say that she is wise to me until when I goes to college. She's one of the finest mentor. I used to share a lot of things, personal contact. I cannot deny that. A lot of indirect mentors are there. I used inspired from a lot of stories, lot of movies, a lot of history from books. We cannot deny that. When it comes to Toastmaster mentoring, I didn't. I'm very thankful to these mentors because I didn't even recognize they help this much. My first mentor is Aditi. When I wrote the script, I used to go to her cubicle. She sat next to me, and he used to see every word, each sentence, and he used to correct me. I thought, why Aditi is not my English teacher? Because my English teacher is my headmaster. She knows that I'll get in all subjects except English, I'll get more than 70. In only English, I used to get less than 70, 50, 60. Every exam results, what she'll do now, she will call me, underline everything, red paper, throw papers at my face. I thought how much lucky I am. Like, I don't know how to thank Aditi right now. She's not in this meeting, but she helped me a lot. She even patiently corrected. Even in this office cubicle, cubicle of managers, we used to have speech discussion. I used to present my speeches. She's the one person helped me a lot. My second mentor right now, Vishala. Everyone knows I'm much introvert. I used to stick in my own zone. I don't want to talk much with people. Vishal as a mentor, she guided me in speeches, but she's a president. I'm in VP education role also. So it's her duty to make me to speak and contact with much people and make me to interaction. So I used to remember we used to have a lot of sessions, not motivation. It's like a counseling, one psychiatrist, one patient. So you have to see the bigger perspective. You have to understand things. You have to speak things. See, no, I don't want to speak. I want to be like this. And I'll say, what you will do if you become a manager. You have to understand things. So she's more than a Toastmaster guide, more than a speeches guide. She used to make me to show a frog more than a well. I can understand the bigger perspectives because of her. This is the only happened because of Toastmaster mentoring. These are the guiding stars in my Toastmaster mentoring. I would like to thank them in every time. Over to TMOD.
Wonderful, Sarvinay. What a lovely speech it was. Big applause, ladies and gentlemen. Big applause to Toastmaster Sarvinay. We all require guiding stars. So these guiding stars at some point of in our life will show us the light for us to move forward in life. And whether it are parents or teachers or mentors or the friends we meet in Toastmasters or our colleagues, yes, they mean a lot for us. And thank you for sharing your experience, Vinay. It was a lovely speech. All the best to you. Thank you so much. Okay, so are you ready to hear something more about microgreens? Are we still in my world of microgreens?
Yes.
Yes, fine. So before we, come to the microgreens, so I request everyone to turn on your video so that we can take a photo, please. So request everyone to be on the video mode.
Yay! Yay! Manjunath, if you can turn on the video. Hi, Prasad. Yes, great. Sai Vinay. Ajay, come on. Anant. Manjunath, where's the video? Yes. 3, 2, 1 second. I'm capturing one more. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone. So I would like to see all of your faces. So please don't mind, can continue in your video mode as well. Okay. So moving on, let me share my screen. How many of you have tasted microgreens? Thumbs up. How many of you have tasted microgreens?
Me. I have tasted.
Oh, okay, good. So, how did you taste it? I mean, Prabal?
Juice. That wheat grass is also microgreen, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. That's true. Okay. So, before we come to the recipes, let's discuss about the benefits. So, these tiny microgreens carry high levels of vitamins, antioxidants, amino acids, and lot of minerals. So if this is just an example that I have checked in the net. So if red cabbage, so if we consider the red cabbage could give this much amount of vitamin, that is in this context I have taken 40 and vitamin C6, the microgreens of red cabbage would give that. If it is one red cabbage, then the microgreens would give 40 percent more than what the red cabbage would give. Similarly with the coriander leaves and the microgreens of coriander leaves. So this is what 3:1. And similarly with the basil, vitamin K in the basil, so it is 8:1. So you understand how, because see, every seed is a pack of energy. Agree? It's a pack of energy. Energy is something which cannot be created, not disturbed, but can be transferred into one form to other, right? So when from the seed it actually getting transferred to the other form, at the micro level it is loaded, it's completely loaded. So that particular seed has a potential to become a big plant or the tree. You just remember how much energy it has, and in that particular small microgreen, it is loaded with all the antioxidants. So let's consider like how how when the baby is in the womb, right? So if you see the highest development or highest the nutrients, the absorption and everything is at the highest level when it's a baby in the womb or in the early days of the baby when it is given birth. So similarly, these small microgreens has so much of energy in the form of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, you name it, you have everything in these microgreens. So that's the reason like it is highly beneficial. Okay, so why you can't start using microgreens? So we all love greens and vegetables, but if we start using microgreens in simple form, which we'll discuss later, then definitely we will be more healthier. Okay, so I will show you some of the microgreens. Why to wait? I'll just show you. Can you see this? Are you able to see? Okay, here. Can you see this?
Whoa.
Okay, this is mustard greens, microgreens, mustard from the mustard seeds. Okay, and so these mustard greens, right? Like mustard is more spicy, so it has a spicy taste. And these are the sprouts is still sprouting. It is of methi. So methi microgreens will be little bitter. So I had this. What is that, moong microgreens, that is green gram microgreens. It was little more sweeter. So how you can identify the taste of the microgreen is like whatever the vegetable or whatever the seed it is, it will be the micro version of that particular the micro version in terms of the taste also. Okay, so that's how it will be. And here I'm growing this beautiful garden cress. It's called halim seeds or garden cress microgreens. And these sprouts are from, these shoots are from peas, the green peas that we get from that. So this will be more of sweeter because the green peas little bit sweeter, right? sweeter in terms of taste. So that's the reason even the microgreens. See, now you see if there are two leaves coming up in probably in 1 or 2 days, I'll just cut it off. Similar way, here also in 1 or 2 days I'll maybe yeah, this mustard is little bit smaller, maybe I'll wait for another 2 days or 3 days maximum where I can cut it off. So this is about the um, microgreens. So yeah, so we'll discuss how we can incorporate it, how to grow it in the next section. So moving on, so we had the prepared speaker section. Now we have the interesting table topics section. Okay, are you interested in table topics? How many of you are ready?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, good. So here today we have Toastmaster Ajay from DNTM Club, who will be the table topics master. So he is someone who thinks hard and is also very hard working. He loves to read books and he loves to watch movies. So if I'm not wrong, Varanam Ayaram is his favorite movie, and
Varnamairam.
Varnam Iram. Okay, and he works in an insurance claim company, and he's in here in Toastmaster to improve his communication leadership skills, like all of us. Yeah, so we are really waiting for the wonderful topics that Toastmaster Ajay will bring onto the table today in table topic section. So hereby, let us all welcome Toastmaster Ajay as table topics master for today.
Yay!
Over to Toastmaster Ajay.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Table topics enables a member to develop the skills of impromptu speaking. Table topics help train members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. You can think of the table topics speech as a mini speech with an opening, a body, and a conclusion. This also provides a speech opportunity for any member who is not on duty in the meeting agenda. Guests may also participate if they wish. Each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, and the participants are not qualified at 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. So each speaker must use the word of the day and the idiom of the day. So I have the topics which is equal to our theme. So who wants to go first? Just can anyone? So table topics, and I would like to ask you one question to you all. Do you like biryani?
Yes, definitely.
Come on, just give me answers, okay? Do you like biryani?
Yes,
So
Yes.
we must eat biryani so when it is hot. So same like as table topics. So whenever I ask who wants to take the chance, so just raise your hand and take the chance. And I have beautiful topics, and I know how to improve the impromptu skills. Okay, just who wants to take the
Toastmaster
chance,
Ashwini, come on.
or otherwise I will. So or otherwise you will lose a great chance. Who wants to go? So just, and also I'm requesting you that just speak with a good smile, not with a poker face. Okay, just okay. I will pick one person. So who want? So I want to serve a hot biryani. Okay,
Toastmaster Ashwini has volunteered.
Ashwani. Okay, Ashwani, and your topic is, yeah. Revil, please give permission to share my screen.
Yeah, I, uh, 1 second. Yeah, granted.
So for my first table topics will be interesting, and you will like this. So my first table topic is green. So as our theme, I'm going to give all the topics regarding green. So the first, let's start with a hot green tea. So TM Ashwini, your topic is green tea. Just speak about this picture and share your thoughts. Only positives.
Sure. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, you
Hello.
are.
yes,
Thank
perfect.
you. I will take some seconds for to think.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Green tea. Let me start. So, from my childhood, yes, I have been overweight through my life. So after I joined job, then only I tried. Okay, let's try to lose some weight. So try to hit the gym, do some jogging, and do some intermittent fasting. Then my one of my friend told me, friend, you should try the green tea. So I said, what is green tea? I thought of milk tea. Yeah, there is black tea is there, but what is green tea? It's like a tree. There will be no milk, there will be no sugar. You just boil it and you should drink it. So green tea, I tried it. It's taste. It is actually tasteless. So when it's cold, then it's bitter. So I had a very bad experience, but right now I am enjoying green tea. But one benefit, the benefit that right now to serve a guest as a green tea, there are some positive points that I can say to you. Apart from everybody's life, to serve guest, you became rich in eyes of them that you are serving them green tea, and you save on milk. That is another benefit for you. They won't ask for you anymore for any type of tea. And the last thing, they may not come again to yours. Thank you. Back to you, tabletop master.
Thank you, Ashwin, for sharing your thoughts. And I think you are not like a Akoshia's guy because you are speaking in a very good way. And thank you for sharing your thoughts about the green tea and who wants to go next. So the next topic will be interesting. So I like the most. So then, so yes, okay. I will pick one person is Prasad.
Come on, Prasad.
Yes, Prasad, are you there?
Hello. Hi.
Yes, Prasad, could you please turn on your video?
Yes. Can you see?
Yes, okay, yes, okay, okay, okay. And
Yeah.
your picture is right as Ryan. And so your topic is traffic signal. So how do you feel when you see a green light at the signal?
Yes. Yeah. Traffic signals are the main thing in our lives actually when we travel. So when I see a green signal, I always try to okay, we have to go fast and we have to reach like that. But that is not actually a good thing. When we are traveling, it should be like we have to be like in a good manner. We have so much of patience. We should have patience, and it's good to stop and proceed. And yeah, this is about that's all about because I'm
Just
not
try,
feeling
just
well
try.
actually.
No, no, no. Actually,
I'm
just try, and you have to speak at least for 1 minute. You can
okay.
speak and share your happiness.
Actually, I'm having some health issues. That's the reason. If you can hear me, my voice is still
Okay, okay, okay. It's not a problem. And thank you for
okay.
sharing your thoughts. And
And
you're also like a Akushi's guy.
yes,
And your speech was right as well. And the next topic I have, and who wants to go next? So just please, so because we are running out of time, okay? Just raise your hand or just send a message to me
Ajay,
or
me.
mute yourself. Yes, Manjunath.
Yeah.
Anjanath, and your topic is window screen. So I like this picture very well, and I just speak about this green only. So how do you feel when you start your PC? So it's a old thing, right?
Yeah. So do you want to speak me about the color or the screen? Anything is fine.
No, so the green, the color is, so we will give the first priority for the color.
Okay. Every color is a mixture of a combination of colors. We have the rainbow. Do you think? Yeah, the all colors in art make our life colorful. The white light, when it's passed through prism, it comes out with 7 colors, with 7 brightful things and thoughts. Yes, each color has its speciality. Yes, even the color green. It is always a sign of right, like it is the sign of the right path, maybe the decision, and it is something that makes us calm, happy, and it makes us think we are in the right path. Green is within ourselves, and we are living within the green. The nature what we are in is the green, and we need it for indeed. It may be for vitamins, for the airs, and everything where we can enjoy with it, and which gives us a peace and lot of happiness. Color green is indeed special in itself. It has various characters which makes us enlightened, and it has lot of benefits to human beings. Greeny leaves, it is indeed to our diet. It gives us vitamin A, K, D, where it is required for all health benefits. So it is the magic of colors, and let's enjoy each color. Thank you. Thank you, Ajay. Over to you.
Thank you, Anjanath, for sharing your thoughts, and you have spoken very well. And the next topic, who wants to go next?
Table topic master, a small update. Last two topics for
Yes, okay.
today.
Yeah,
Yes.
got it. And just please come say fast, okay? So our counter and word master grammarian and timer. What about
If
you?
Bindu wants to go forward or
Just
Pavitra, please. Soundarya.
Soundarya. I think she's not there. Our counter Soundarya, right? Okay, our counter Soundarya. Your topic is okay. Your topic is green balcony farming. You have to talk about the greenery and about the vegetables and some greenery. So then, how do you feel when you see this green color?
Okay. Thanks for the topic. I should start now, timer.
Perfect. Yes.
I love open places and especially the terrace. I really enjoy going there. And I'm a spiritual seeker. So I just wanted to go out, and farming on the terrace is my interest. I have never done it. Open terrace farming, I have never done it in my life, but the idea itself is so inspiring. It is so motivating. I have a garden, but um, open terrace is something that I can um, I can bring into the existence in the future. Whenever I just think of the color, I for me it is actually the love. So the heart chakra is actually green. So Manjunath, he was explaining about the sun's rays which enters into the prism and then it splits into the 7 colors. So that green color, when I just think about the green color, it's about the heart chakra. So it's all about love. So it's all about um, occupying the green. So the green is within us. It's actually sending out that green, and then even the science says that for the eyes, the green color is really very good. So as much as you see the green color, it is really very healthy for you and also for your heart. So yes, go green. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Soundarya, for sharing your thoughts. And really, I have so I am doing balcony farming also at my home. So, and the last topic will be most interesting. And Pragya, hi Pragya.
Hi, how are you?
Hi Pragya, how are you? And so, would you like to take the chance? Last topics is only for you, I think. Yes, Pragya. And also, please kindly turn on your video. Yes, Pragya. Hi, how
Just
are
give
you?
me one
And
second. Okay? Just give me 1 second. Okay, now I'm ready. Otherwise, you will only listen to the screams of my kids.
okay.
Tell me.
So so as our theme is about green, so I'm going to give a wonderful topic and which is related to you, I think. So your topic and last topic, and you are the lucky person, I think. So your topic is really, I like this food and green chilies and palak paneer.
Okay. We all have some food which is something which takes back us to the memory lanes and which has amazing memories attached to it. For me, this particular food is the one. The reason being, when I was in my college, there was a very, very small dhaba kind of a thing, a very small shop for food which we used to have in front of our college. Being a complete boarding, we were supposed to be in the college all the time, and the only time we were supposed to go out was on the Sundays. And because the campus was around 40 kilometers from the city, it was a difficult task to come to the city and then eat. So this particular Daba Bhaiya, he used to make this special palak paneer on Sundays for the whole lot of 15 people that we had. The best part about that was he was a Punjabi uncle. So, he used to make it amazing. One of the best. And we used to wait for those Sundays to come that we are going to not have those idlis, sambar, dosas, whatever from this campus, which we really could not eat, and have this particular food. And it's been almost 10 to 15 years now of that particular time. Now I know Pravil is thinking about my age, his eyes are moving, but Pravil better keep it for the next time. It's been around 15 years to that thing. And now also, whenever my husband comes and asks me, no dinner at home today, what would you want to eat? My answer is always the same. I will have one palak paneer with jeera rice, with the tandoori roti and green chilies and onions with it, with lemon on that. So if a restaurant does not have a chili, this green chili concept or that onions with lemon, I will never go and eat at that particular restaurant. That's how desperate I am for that whole combination. And that whenever we order this thing, because my husband is also from the same college, we have similar kind of memories. It takes us back to that memory lane, and somewhere also reminds us how our love story started. So it not only has the concept of me relating it to my friends, but also to my hubby, because the first time ever, and I think the last time he ever proposed me was at that point of time at that dhaba with this plate of food. So it has a very good memory for me. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Pragya, and thank you for sharing your thoughts. And really, I like palak paneer, and I ate so many times. And you are like a loquacious guy. I know you are like loquacious girl, and so hope you all like my topics. So now, Mr. Timer, did all our participants qualify? Mr. Timer.
Uh, yes, except for Toastmaster Prasad, rest of the speakers have qualified.
Thank
Rest of
you,
yeah.
Mr. Toastmasters. And Madam Grammarian, did all our speakers use the word of the day and the idiom of the day?
Yes, just a minute.
Okay.
I think we will take it during the.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
G
okay. And yeah, it's my so okay. And this is Ajay. So hope you all like my topics. And again, I'm giving this stage back to Toastmaster of the day, Bindu.
Thank Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay. Wonderful topics. You all enjoy it. It was wonderful topics, isn't it? Very relatable to the green. Yeah. So may not be green, may not be micro green, but definitely green. And thank you so much, Ajay. We all loved your topics, and yes, it was. We all could connect the topics, and we could relate to it, and we could talk. Thank you so much again. So moving on to the world of microgreens, let me share my screen quickly. So as I was talking about different flavors of microgreens, so definitely all the microgreens have good amount of vitamins, nutrients, and antioxidants, and beta carotene, and all that. But in particular, I just have given certain examples here. Pea shoots, that's this one, this particular one. So this it has loaded with beta carotene, which is required by our body to produce vitamin A, C, and folic acid. So when it comes to radish, vitamins like A, B, C, E, K, it's loaded with that, and also other nutrients like calcium, iron, magnesium, so on. Wheatgrass, it has lots of vitamin A, B, C, E, and also other nutrients. Sunflower, folic acid, selenium, vitamin B, C, E. Kale, this is something which I have not grown, but then it seems to have lot of vitamin C. Okay, people also consume lot of kale juices, the kale leaf juices, but microgreens of kale has a lot of vitamin C. So you can think over it. Shea acid, you all know that does loads of protein and also has unsaturated fiber and fats. So there's some examples, some benefits of the individual benefits of these microgreens from different seeds. So you can all try it, but overall all the microgreens are really good. I really don't differentiate, because one gives leaving all this nutrient fact at the other side, but also if I go with the flavors, everything is so unique: spicy, bitter, sweet. Yes, they're really good. And growing microgreens, so it's very simple. So if you can see the screen here, this is small dabbas, right? Can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So these are the food storage boxes that we get from the, if you order the food, you'll get it, right? So this one, you take this, and you have, this is something called cocoa pit. Okay, these blocks, you get it everywhere. You can order it on my online also. So what you can do is, if you keep this block in around in 5 liters to 10 liters of water, then it will actually it will grow, in a sense like you'll have loads of cocoa pit, something like this, which you can see here, something like this. Okay, so you put that in this particular container. It will be moist, and then you put the seeds that you want. Okay, and after that, once you have laid the seeds, you can actually cover it with another half inch of microgreens. So that's it, and just pour some water, and every alternate day, once you have done, at least for 2 days, you can just cover this like this, so the moisture will actually help the seeds to germinate. So once it is germinated, you remove the lid and then keep it in the sunlight. So that's it. It's very easy to grow. Within 4 or 5 days, you can actually harvest them. So only wheat grass, you can actually cut it and let it grow for another 2-3 times. You can actually harvest a couple of times. But for other greens, when it is probably 1 to 1.5 inches, then you can actually cut it off. Maybe you can, when you see the second leaves. So that's about the microgreens and how you can eat it. You can eat it anywhere, just raw, put it on a salad, or in your toast, or you can just like this is something which I prepared recently. Is a microgreens of moong, and I've just put it over the potatoes, roasted potatoes. So yeah, and it's very tasty. So you can try in that way, and you can also you can prepare juice from it or make chutneys out of it. Everything raw, and it really tastes good. And let me tell you one thing: you need to be very careful when you harvest them. Please consume it quickly, so that it will start losing its nutritional factors. So that's something which I have to keep in mind. Okay, so that's about microgreens. So moving on, let's call the general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Shivarul, to give the report and the general evaluation. May I call upon Toastmaster Shivarul? Shiva, stage is yours.
Yes. Shivarul, you're not audible. Shivarul, you're not audible. No, your voice is very feeble. It's not audible. If you have any Bluetooth earphones connected, just remove it. Looks like. Hello? Your voice is not audible, Shivarul. Hello? Uh, is he audible to the rest of y'all, Sai Vinay?
No privilege. It's not.
No, no.
Voice is not clear.
Okay. So Shivarul, if possible, he's okay rejoining. So while
Meanwhile,
he's
you can start
Yeah.
your evaluation. I'll be a timer.
Okay. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Sai Vinay. Just a second. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, Privil. You can start.
Toastmaster Ankita started off with a story. She told us about how she started off from that long leave that she took, right? And that is when we all got to know about how she is as a person. She was there to connect with us, to interact to us, to let us know that she is here to talk to all of us. So since her speech objective was for her to understand her communication style, I would say she did an excellent job. When she said about LKG, that would have been okay for a normal speaker. But she even focused on the specifics, that is LKG C section. You know, these minute details that she used actually created a wow factor. The stories after coming back actually created a lot of eagerness. And that eagerness took me back to that room where I wanted to hear to those gossip stories as to what has happened. So beautiful narration, and apt that you said you are an initiator when you communicate. So you have understood that you are you are having that initiative communication style, and your voice modulation was lovely. Your eye contact was good. Coming to the points where you would have taken care is that you said about your manager asked you about completing your job and then going with the rest of the things, right? So that got repeated a couple of times. So you would have formulated a little bit. The second was the flow in the beginning was good. However, the conclusion part could have been a bit more organized. I just felt a little bit of repetitive thoughts, but if you would have given a pause for people to sit back and digest at few points, right, we would have really enjoyed, and this speech would have been the best one. So with this, we are wishing Toastmaster Ankita all the very best and congratulations on successfully completing this project. Back to the general evaluator.
Thanks, Pribal. I'm audible now?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Thanks Pribal, for your evaluation. Yeah. It was really nice, and I just now only connected. I could not able to hear, but whatever you point you mentioned, I really liked, and it's really good. If you whatever the last things, if you added some conclusions, better. That's really good. About the speaker, I really enjoyed your speech, and I don't want to add much on that. What about what evaluated told, and I really enjoyed your voice modulation and the way of style and presentation, really good. So I really enjoyed it, and good luck to your next speech. Let me call the second speak evaluator, the Shivatra. Can you please give your evaluation about the speaker, Vinay?
Yes, sure. I mean, have a powerful message that is who guided in your journey. And you told about your mother, she guided in your journey. Then you told that mother is the first mentor, and it is true. For every one of us, mother is the first mentor. Then you had a very good body language. You acted as a parent-teacher interaction was very nice. You went as a teacher as well as you played a role as a parent also. That was a very interactive. Then coming to next thing, you shared your experience in uh, of your 10th class, how your mother reacted when you got 10th marks. That was very nice. And even we can think about our marks also. When my friend gets highest,
He is disconnected. It seems.
Srivatsa, you can keep your video off. Probably if there's a bandwidth glitch, and you can continue. Your time is at 56 seconds, so you can continue. Or you want to start again? That's also.
Okay.
You can keep your video off.
No, I'll continue.
Okay.
Shall I continue?
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, even we can remember our marks. My mother stands will she compare. She got more marks, why you take more marks. So it is like that. Then you example of the art.
Let's do a thing then. Looks like there's some internet connectivity issue. Srivatsa, let's collect the feedback offline. You can deliver it maybe in a video recording to Toastmaster Sai Vinay. So let's move on to back to general evaluator.
Okay. Thanks, Pribal, and thank Shivata and for your evaluation. About the Shivata, his evaluation is really good, and just even he introduced about and he told about objective of the speech also really good. I think you're in learning stage how the evaluation do and all. It's really good, and it's a good journey. I feel so. Please do the same role again. You can learn more. And about the speaker, Sai Vinay, it was a wonderful speech I heard from you so far. And you told about your story and how you was and how your child and how your mother things and relation things, all those things. It's a really enjoyed thing. I really enjoyed your speech, and is entertain the audience, and you talk like you're chatting with your friends. It was a beauty of your speech. That's really a good speech. I really enjoyed it, and do same kind of, and if it is a own story, it was really good for you, and it was easy to. That's what I felt, and good luck to your next speech. Okay, so that's all about that about speak evaluator and speakers. Let me go to the TTM, the Toastmaster, table topic master. So today's table topic master is Ajay. So he's such a wonderful person. About his title also really apt to the theme, and he also he was shorter as a friend with others, and he called sometimes. Initially, he called others also, but even the people not there, then again he called the people to join. It's really good. Instead of calling, instead of asking to take that, you can tell, you can ask the people to take instead of wasting a time other than that. And other than that, it's really good. And you greeted the people also after the finishing each speech also. You greeted and you told it's really good like that. And the topic also is like very simple and anyone can talk. It's really wonderful table topic session you conducted. Really enjoyed it. Good luck to your next time. Do the same thing again. Yeah. Then let us go to the TMOD. TMOD Toastmaster Bindu. She's a superstar of the day. I'm telling the one word. That's it. Whatever theme she takes, that really is good. So even the small thing, it's like how English movie take. Only the small theme will be there, then the entire movie will cover like that. Same like she also, if we take one small thing, she will collect all those stories and you'll add most things about that. And entirely it was like movie. It was like Hollywood movie. Surely it will hit. It's not only like any topic. I have seen many times as the actor as a TMOD, and I like her dedications and sincerity, and that's all the people we need to learn from her. It's not a matter who's a senior or junior here. It's how we presenting, how the entertaining the audience. That's important. That's why she did really fantastic, and really, I think she entertained the people also. I felt like I was a botany class. I met with the botany class, and we can learn from things and so how these things. She was a teacher sometimes. He was a seller. She was a. It's an informative session. It was like that. It's a short movie like that. So we can tell many things about that, about her and today's role. It's really fantastic. I really liked it, and good luck to your next things. Yeah. Then let us go to SAS. Shivkumar, she started very nice, and the meeting also. He started and greeted the people and really told about roles and everything. I think he also learning things. Will do the same things again. Something. See, even everyone is struggling to start anything, so the meeting or what any speech. So if you do the repeated things, then only it will come. It will flow will comes very nicely. So other than really good start, and you did a very good job today. And acting president, and I think he jumped in between like that. That's what I felt. Even though president not there, he took ownership of the acting president, and that's he introduced new members also who are joined the meeting. It's really good. And so let us tell about the Toastmaster, what went things, how there's something about we can talk the Toastmaster. It will be nice to hear. You see, if there are any school functions, if president not talking much, that's feel the meeting it will not be more interesting. It like there is the story, it's not the title. That's what I felt. So even though it's acting, let us do something that people will be. The meeting will be very nice. That's what I felt. So other than this, really good. That's fantastic. Let us come to the tag teams. The tag team at time at the previous. So he also one of the guy is another superstar of our club. Whatever do he will create own ways. He will do this a different way. Even the table topic master start telling about the grammarian and grammarian calling grammarian and the timing. So he give the introductions, he give the instructions how to things is time over like that. This kind of time management is really important to successful meeting at any function. So did a wonderful job and they show the course and they give the introduction. So you see, that's what we need for every meeting. So really good job you done, Toastmaster reveal timer of the day. And next, accounter. So I need to ask. I need to first of all. I need to ask. First of all, I need to ask today's. So tell me today's how the meeting or the timing each speaker can take. Can you please?
As the timer of the day, let me tell you, we are doing great on time with just 2 minutes ahead, but that's completely fine because we had a lot of learnings and we had 2 prepared speeches. Both of them have qualified and table topics have already informed. Apart from Toastmaster Prasad, rest of them have qualified. If you want your speech timings one-on-one, I can share it with you, the exact ones. Thank you so much. Back to the general evaluator.
Thanks, timer. It's really good, and I told about your things. Really fantastic. I really liked it, and keep it up. Next, let me call the accountant of the day, the Toastmaster. Toastmaster Sandhya. Yeah, sorry for this. Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Shiva Arul. Prabal, is my screen shared?
Not yet. Not yet. Yes.
Okay, so I'm back with the counter report. So we had prepared speeches, speaker one, Ankita and Sai Vinay. So Ankita used R twice. There was short pause once and note repetitive words like so and wrong. Sai Vinay used 4 times fillers like and top word was used twice. Table topic session, Ashwini, he used twice so 3 times, and like twice the fillers. Prasad used twice like and once. Manjunath used 1 and there were no fillers. I could not keep on count on myself about the table topic. Otherwise, Pragya, there were no crutch words, or short pauses. It was just the repeated words, you know, and so. Master of ceremony, Bindu, more than 15 times were used, were used twice. Repeated words, so were used more than 15 times, and were used more than 15 times. I were used almost 5 times. Prevail as an evaluator did not use any crutch words or filler words. Evaluator 2, Srivatsava, he used twice short pause once. And as a timer, Prevail used 1 Grammarian, Pavitra, she used twice and general evaluator Shiva Arul used twice fillers so once and is used 5 times. So speakers who used less than 5 crutch words were very good overall, and most of the people are perfect articulators, but Manjunath and Pragya are declared as perfect articulators for this meeting. Thank you. Over to you, Shivarul.
Thanks, Soundarya, for your detailed report. Yeah, there is a matter. It's not things. The people using very less and people using more. We need exact count. It's not a things matter. So people will shy. People will feel bad if you tell 5 counts, 3 counts. We need a exact count. Then only we can learn it. Then only we can find out the mistake. So that's why she noted them very nicely and very correctly. So keep it up and let us go for the next role taker, the grammarian, Toastmaster Priya. So can you please tell your good usage and improper usage about today's meeting? Over to you.
Thank you, Shivarul. Thank you so much for this amazing session, everyone. And I'm really elated about the persons who used the word of the day, who's Ankita, Toastmaster Ankita, Toastmaster Ajay, and Toastmaster Srivasta used the word of the day. It was awesome. And there was some good usage during this session. It was like acting and motivating others, the phrases, you have lived your life to the fullest. I'm my favorite, fun loving person, a complete a recipe, a pinch of supporter, wow factor. Mother is always the best mentor. The colors, all colors makes our life beautiful. So these are the good usages I have just noted down. And there were some mispronunciations of the words like conclusion and session. It should have been pronounced as session. It was and conclusion. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Pavitra, for the detailed report. And so tell me, so how many, you already told how many times word of the day used?
I mean,
Hello?
sorry. Yeah.
How many times the word of the user in this meeting, word of the day?
Yeah, 3 people have used it. 3 people. I've just mentioned it earlier.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it was Ankita, Ajay, and Srivasta have used the word of the day.
Okay, thanks for the detailed report. Yeah. It's really good to hear all those things. You did a fantastic grammar noted down, and it's really good. Keep it up. And let us go to the next things. And meeting was started actual time, and before the meeting also the people chatted, and it was greeting and was cheering. Is important. So before the starting meeting also, people, if we cheer each other, things will go smoothly. It's really good. And especially people, and even the president also came and he told what's the reason and everything. It's really good, and it's good start, and the meeting was started on time. And a timer always noted down what things need to do, what things should not do. It's really good. Timer, we need to keep like this only. And before them, I saw the first time after a long time the agenda of the meeting. So I saw the meeting chart. It's really good. If you have the agenda of the meeting, it's really good. Some of things is especially me. I also did not pronounce the name properly because I'm connecting through the mobile. So I also need to learn here, because if you have the laptop, it's really good to see the what agenda and everything. So everyone need to learn it. That's also I learned from this meeting. So it's overall it's really good, and a good Toastmaster of the day and a tabletop, very good topic, and really very good guest also. And they told about the things what like, what not like. So really good, and overall it's very nice, really fantastic meeting. I really enjoyed, and thanks for all those participant and guest Toastmasters. That's all from my side. Over to.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivarul. It was a great evaluation. Hope we all will incorporate all the learnings that from this particular session. Thank you, tag team and everyone, evaluators, everyone who have given the evaluation for us. Thank you so much. Yes, microgreens. So are you now ready to grow microgreens and eat microgreens? How many of you want to incorporate microgreens in your diet? Show me a thumbs up. Good. Yeah. So let me tell you, it's very easy to grow, and you can grow within a 1 week. You can harvest them and you can eat. Very simple. You need not get into any mess of putting into soil or manure. Nothing you require. It is very simple. If you have some cocoa peat and some water and some container, you can grow microgreens. Okay. So, but just wanted to give some warning to you. We cannot use the nightshade plants microgreens from them as and they are not edible. For an example, potato, tomato, peppers, brinjal, all these things, the sprouts especially are very toxic. Okay, these are the ones like when it grows and to vegetables and the fruit we can consume them, but the sprouts are toxic, so we are not supposed to eat them. There is something called alkaloids, a very toxic element which comes out from the sprouts, so it's not edible. Okay, so but apart from it, most of the other things you can actually grow. All the pulses, the small seeds will grow, will have the we can get the shoots quickly. But if there are the bigger seeds like rajma or what is that, lobia, or your peas, it will take some time. The smaller the seed, the early they can sprout and you can harvest them. The bigger the seed, it takes some time, but otherwise you can all enjoy growing microgreens and start incorporating in your diet. All right, it was really wonderful opportunity for me to share something which I love, and I hope you all will incorporate in your life. And let me tell you, growing microgreens or growing any plants as such, it will give you a lot of love in your life. It will give you the sensitivity factor in you would increase. You will be more sensible, you will be more sensitive, and also it will give lot of good energy, as someone said, like I think yes, Soundarya mentioned about the heart chakra. So yes, lot of your heart chakra will open up. Okay, and the green light is very good for our eyes and our overall well-being. Start growing microgreens and start consuming microgreens. That's it from my end. Thank you so much. Over to the presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Anant. Thank you.
Looks like Anant had to take a leave. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Bindu. Can we all turn on our videos and give a huge round of applause for the TMOD? Because I learned lessons which are going to be treasured by me. And I've already planned something exclusive. I'm going to have pots in my house. They're going to be variety of seeds, peas, and along with my ducks, early in the morning, I'll also be feasting the microgreens very, very soon. So great job, Toastmaster Bindu. We are looking forward to many such amazing meetings. And a special mention, we thought we would not make this meeting possible. We had no role takers at all. But what an amazing meeting it was, because you guys made it possible. You guys volunteered, and we are really spreading this positivity. So thank you so much for joining this amazing meeting. And let me tell you, the upcoming meeting is on the next week, Saturday. So please stay tuned and take up roles. The speech slots are available, so please avail them very soon. With this, I would want to come to this important section of declaring the best speaker and the other awards. So if all of you have voted, please quickly go and vote in the chat window. There's a link which Vinay has posted. If you can repost the link, quickly go and vote for the best speaker, best role taker, best auxiliary role taker, and best evaluator. Thank you so much, Sai Vinay, for helping us with the meeting link, for the voting link. And thank you so much for all the guests for joining the meeting and for making this meeting a memorable one. We are really looking forward to a lot of cooperation and support from all of you. And to all the winners, your certificates will be sent to you post this meeting by end of the day tomorrow. So stay tuned. Now it's time for the results, and I have got an update from our Associate VP Ed, Toastmaster Sai Vinay. Sai Vinay, if you can unmute and start declaring the results one by one. Who is the best role taker?
Best role taker is Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Ajay.
And?
Yeah, and like last word little changed.
Okay. So there was a voting. Best role taker is Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Ajay. Best auxiliary role taker
is Toastmaster Prevail.
Okay. The best speaker?
Ankita, Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Ankita. Best table topic speaker is?
Toastmaster Pragya.
Toastmaster Pragya. And a huge shout out to all of you for contributing to this meeting. Looking forward to more such participations and associations. Thank you so much, Ashwini, for joining us from IPC Titans Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Pragya. Thank you so much for joining us from District 98. Thank you so much, Ajay, for joining from District 98. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Bindu, for keeping this meeting lively
and more
Great
informative.
job.
Yeah.
Yes, there was a lot of learning. Amazing job. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Really
Close
loved
the
it.
meeting
Thank
to
you.
78. Done, done, done. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.